Hello, PCA community. It is Monday. This is the Monday before Thanksgiving. It's hard to believe. And the fall sports season has just wrapped up, and I'm sitting around the table with a bunch of our upper school athletes. And guys, it's been quite a fall season. I was talking to Coach Summers a little bit, and he said that this is one of the most amazing at several levels. But I wanted to hear it right from your mouth with the mouths and for our community to hear from you all what your experience has been. And I haven't even asked who wants to go first, but Lauren, would you be willing to go first and share a little bit about the women's soccer team and what you guys have seen and experienced and how you've seen God move? So go ahead.
So my name's Lauren Westlake. I'm a senior here at an upper school. I'm part of the varsity women's soccer team, and we have just come off of a really big win. We just won the state championships for Division 4 for the first time in PCA history, and that was last Friday, so a week ago today, and it's just been a really surreal experience. Our preseason started in June, so we've been playing for months.
We were still in school in June, Lauren.
Yes.
Yeah.
As soon as school ended, we had practice, I think, like the next day.
Okay.
So we've been practicing for so long, and I remember the first practice that we had properly as a full team, we set our goal for the championships.
Wow.
And we knew coming in that if we played hard enough that we could definitely get there. And the amount of improvement that I saw from every single girl on the team throughout the whole season was just unbelievable. And the amount of work that everyone put in was just really inspiring, especially being a senior, knowing that it was my last year. I just wanted to give it my all and just leave it all out there on the field. And I'd say that's something that I definitely did and that every single person on the team did. We spent so much time improving so that we didn't end up in the same situation last year.
What was it?
Last year, we got out in the semifinals against Profile, and we ended in PKs, and that's how we lost. And we said, we're not going to do that again. So after every single practice, we took PKs.
Wow.
Every miss, we sprint. Every single practice.
That's penalty and kicks for all non-soccer players.
And it ended up, we didn't need to do penalty kicks at all in playoffs. So
at all in any game?
No.
In the playoffs?
We never had to do one, but we were well prepared. And we ended up facing Profile again. That's who we faced in the championship.
Two-time defending state champ.
Yep. And it was the first time that we'd faced them the whole entire season. Wow. And so we knew that we just had to leave it all out there. And that's what we did. And we pulled it off 3-0. And it was just insane to see the support of, honestly, just the PCA community, the amount of people that showed up for those games, just the spirit that they brought, Mr. Dunphy bringing a fan eaglet, just the support that we get from our community, I'd say was probably something that I'm going to remember. And just that being my final game of my high school career, never going to forget it. And I'm so thankful to Coach Stockbauer and Coach Summers, who just coached us so faithfully and so patiently through the whole way. And I'm just so thankful for everything that we accomplished.
Isn't it pretty amazing to see that?
Mm-hmm.
And we're grateful to the Lord. Lauren, I think, how many seniors are on the team?
2.
Yeah.
Me and Sophia Workman.
Yeah, you guys anchored that defense really tight. So a really young team, too.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. What was kind of the low point of the season for you guys?
I'd say the low point was definitely, we did have a couple scares in the semifinal game when we played Linwood. They were a physical team.
Okay.
Jayla went down, hurt her ankle, which happened last year, and she was out for a month. And so we didn't know how that was going to happen, but she came back and played straight through the championship, and she absolutely rocked it. And definitely, we ended with a record of 17-2, and both those losses were to Concord Christian.
Yeah,
and one was homecoming. So definitely those, but just the way that we didn't let the lows kind of take over our mentality. And
how'd you guys regroup from that?
I'd say definitely just focusing on our goal. Something that Coach Summers said to us was, no matter if we win or lose a game, our goal is still the same. And so even though we lost, that didn't change our goal to make it to the championships.
Wow.
And we did, and we won. So I'm just so proud of everyone.
Yeah, we're very grateful. Very grateful. Well, Luke, can I jump over to the men's soccer team?
Yeah. So my name's Luke Mullins. I'm part of the boys varsity soccer team. This year was a different year for us because we had a lot of seniors left from, because 2 years ago we had a lot of seniors, I think like 8 or 6 left.
Yeah.
And then the next year, I think we had around the same number. And then this year we have 6 leaving as well. But it was just kind of a new year and kind of a rebuilding of the team a little bit, because we had lost like a lot of players who had been there for a while and players with like a lot of skill and a lot of knowledge with the team and kind of the sport overall. So we were kind of, a lot of the members who became a part of the team were kind of new to soccer a little bit. They weren't like terrible or anything. Everyone played really, really well this year, and everyone kind of grew and became more better people, better soccer players, and it was really cool to see. But this year was a rebuilding year for us, with especially new coaching from Eddie Warren and Tim Monahan was the assistant coach, and I think they did a really fantastic job this year, and it was a pleasure to have him as my coach, especially because he's been my youth group leader for like the past 3-4 years, and I've loved him a lot, and he's kind of taught me a few things about kind of good character and good sportsmanship, and he's just been a really great mentor and guy in my life, so it's been pretty cool to have him as a part of the team. I think like a big thing that was cool and kind of important about this year, because we had 2 games that we had to win to get into championships, like semis, quarters, and finals. We won the first one, and then the second one was kind of a harder game, and we ended up not making a goal, and they won by 1. So that was kind of a harder loss, but we got ribs after, so that was really nice.
You got what?
We got ribs after.
Oh, like you went to like a meat feast.
Oh yeah, it was a big one. They got a whole meal with a shovel and everything. It was really good.
Oh my goodness! So can I back up? So Coach Warren is coach. He coached the middle school for a while.
Oh yes, he did.
Stepped up, and I was talking to him early on in the year. You guys had a tough schedule, especially that first few games. You're playing some of the best teams in the whole league.
Yeah, we ended up. So first game was, I think, Woods. It was either Woodsville or Epping, and then second game was either Epping or we played those two right off.
And Epping was in the state. Did they win the state championship? They played in the state championship.
They did. I don't know if they won, but they were a really good team, and I think they beat us 6-0.
Yeah.
So it was kind of just like right out the gate, kind of just a hard game to kind of go into.
Sure.
And then we just kind of started building up from there. So
you guys had some good wins. Mm-hmm. What were some highlights for you guys?
I would say our first win against Colebrook, that was kind of introduction game. It wasn't really super hard or difficult, but it was just kind of us kind of getting into the groove of like moving around, actually making passes, moving off the ball, using the sideline a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And just kind of being able to connect well on the field. And then, so that was a good, and then I think when I remember homecoming game against CCA, that was a really good game. I wasn't able to play in it, but I was there and I watched it all. And it was
That's Concord Christian.
Yes. I don't think we've beat them at homecomings in like 5 or 6 years or something. So it's been that was really cool.
And they're a pretty solid team.
Yeah, they are a very solid team.
Yeah.
And we played them at their homecoming game as well, and that was a rough game to play. But
but you guys, that was a big win, big upset on home.
Yeah, so
home pitch, because I know the women had just played CCA and had lost a tough game at home, and you guys came on and you won.
Yeah.
I know that's 1-0. 1-0.
So
that was intense.
It was pretty close, but it was a really good game.
Hey, so maybe from Lauren and you, Luke, just you both seniors, team captains, what when you look to the coming, next year after, what most encourages you when you see athletes coming behind you?
I think what most encourages me is the amount of leadership that we have on the team. Sophie Anderson was our captain this year, one of the 3, and she's a sophomore.
There we go.
But the amount of leadership that she shows in the team, not only spiritually, but just pushing everyone to try their hardest, as well as Jayla Staubbauer. And honestly, I could say the same for every single girl. Just the amount of leadership that they have, I know for a fact that they're going to lead the team so well. And it's going to be hard not being able to stay there and watch, but I have no doubt in their abilities to lead.
That's great. How about you, Luke?
For me, I think there's some really good leadership on the team as well. Someone who kind of reminds me of like good leadership kind of coming up is Logan Summers. He played like kind of in the center, in the middle a lot of the time, and he was really good at just like connecting passes and moving off the ball. I don't think he got subbed out more than like maybe 5 times in games or at all. He was just always on point and he was playing well. And when someone didn't understand, he was kind of like trying to help them understand the strategy. He's really good at like strategizing the plays and kind of figuring it out. And even in practice, he was always talking to coaches about like, where do you want me to be? Do you want me to make this move, and kind of maneuver around? And he was really good at that.
Yeah, real sense of the game and sense of the field, right?
Yeah, always had a good touch and just kind of kept everyone in line a little bit. And I think he's going to be a really good addition to the team.
What year is Logan?
He is a sophomore this year.
Yeah. So that deep leadership, that's really neat. Well, thanks to this updates on the soccer teams and where they are, I'd like to shift a little to volleyball. Right. So we have volleyball. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, volleyball has been a consistent powerhouse over many years, varsity and JV, even in the middle school, volleyball's strong. And so we've got 3 of the volleyball team members here, and I'm going to let them figure out how they want to tell this story. So over to you, ladies.
Okay, I'll go first. Hi, I'm Lily Druch. I'm a senior this year in our upper school, and I play on the varsity women's volleyball team. And I think that our season started off with some hard hitters. We had some really tough teams at our start.
Yeah.
So we had a few losses, but I think the most inspiring thing about the losses was that we didn't let them get us down. We took a few hard hits and we got right back up. Our team did a great job of encouraging each other, especially when it got hard. I mean, we were on the ground. I think most of our players were on the ground more than we were standing up for our plays.
Literally?
Yes. Dive after dive, hit after hit. We just went and put our all into everything. It was so amazing to see how much we wanted it. And even though we didn't get it, I think that with a little more time, we could have absolutely blown everyone away.
Well, tell us, maybe whoever wants to tell the story, tell a story of your varsity team, but you also have a story of your junior varsity team. And I know for some of you, there's some crossover. So Lily, if you could just say, because you guys started some rough matches, but that's not necessarily how you finished.
No, it isn't at all. So we finished our season against Farmington, number 2 seed, and we were the 10th seed. We were expected to lose, but I remember Coach Kevin told us very firmly that we're the underdogs. And if you don't know Coach Kevin, he loves to be the underdog, loves it. He loves to prove people wrong. And he inspired that in us. And we made them work for it. Farmington has been our rival school for a long time. They bring it just as hard as we bring it. And we took it to them. We didn't let them get it easily at all. Every set was close. We won the first set, lost the second and third, then we came back with the fourth. And we worked so hard for that game. I have never seen us so determined to win. We put our all out there and we did not give up. Even to the last point, we fought till the end.
Yeah, it was really close. Amazing. Anything you all want to pick up and take from what Lily just shared?
Sure. I'm Emma Anderson. I'm a sophomore and I'm on the varsity volleyball team. Yeah, but going off of what Lily said, we didn't have the best start to our season, but during our try match against Miss Scenic, that was the best game we played.
Yeah.
We really came together as a team and we just did everything we were supposed to correctly. And I think the team really bonded after that game. And we just all had that intensity and effort that you were talking about in the Farmington game. But
So Emma, where in the season was that Miss Scenic?
That was towards the end of the season.
It was towards the end?
So that's when we were all able to come together and really learn everybody else's strong points that they had.
Yeah, really, really. You're starting to click. Could you sense that? When you walked away, that was a...
Yeah.
Absolutely. For those who don't know, the try match is very much a new thing. We started a few years ago with Coach Kevin, reaching out to some other teams. PCA is uniquely the starter of the try match, and it's been a big thing for us every year. So winning against Miss Scenic in their home court after we haven't played them for 2 years, I believe, it was a big morale booster.
Yeah, so explain the tri-match, because I don't even know a tri-match.
So the tri-match is taken between Interlakes, Messinic, and us because we uniquely have that weekend point where all three of the teams have a hard time getting to each school. So we decide every year who's going to host the tri-match, and then the other two teams will go to that school who's hosting, and we'll all play each other in the same weekend. So it's not we don't get a break. We literally go match to match to match in one day instead of having it spread out. So it's a pretty intense fight that we do every year, especially.
It's like a mini tournament.
Yeah, it is. And with Interlakes being the defending champion 2 years now, they lost against Somersworth a while ago. 2 years now, it just is always such a big competition because everyone wants to be the one to knock them down.
Yeah. It's a high bar.
It is.
High bar. That's incredible. So, Lenny, talk a little bit about your team on the volleyball squad.
So I'm Lenny. I'm a senior this year and part of the JV volleyball team. And I did not know how the season was going to go. I didn't have many expectations, especially because most of the people on the team were very new to the sport and they were really young. And I was a little bit concerned with how we were going to bond as individual people, not even taking into account like different skill levels and stuff, because JV volleyball is always a big mix of like people's skill sets. They're still learning the sport. But I was really pleasantly surprised with how everyone kind of rallied together and got to know one another and made an effort to become each other's friends. It was hard because we didn't get a coach this year. We've had Coach Maddie for the past 4 years, but she moved on last year, so
she's coaching.
Yeah,
I know. I've seen her. She's good. We miss her.
She's really good.
I know she's doing great. She got a head coaching job, right?
Yeah, and we miss her, and we didn't know if we were going to have a coach, but Coach Kevin took us on too, and I'm very grateful for that because he was so helpful to our team, and he was very on our level. He was really patient with us. Some of them, we could be a little bit distracting, and he was very good about making sure we understood what was going on, laying firm expectations, and he really taught everyone how to play at the same level, which is really difficult to do with that environment. Like, he got a strong team going, and we had the JV tournament at the end of our season, and we placed second in the state. So
it's incredible.
I mean,
entire state runner up.
We won last year, and
that's hard to do, to stay up at that level.
Yeah, so it was a hard loss at the very end, but it was Interlakes, and Interlakes, it was okay. I blame it on the fact that we played it in the gym annex, but it's okay.
Why is that different? I'm still sort of home court.
I think it's because we've never played an official game in the annex, and it's really tight, and there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of noise, and there's more things in the ceiling. Like, you wouldn't really think about it until you're playing, but there's big vents and stuff that it kind of messes with your head about where you can put the ball. And that just like environment felt so claustrophobic, and it made the pressure increase. And I don't know, I felt like it was not a good space for a championship sort of game.
Yeah.
But we did rally really hard, and we played a lot this season. We won a lot this season. We didn't lose too many times, and we made up a lot of those in-season losses during the tournament when we faced those teams that we lost to. So we beat them all except Interlakes in the tournament.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
That high bar.
Yeah.
But you guys are up there. That's great. So for volleyball, if you could, just a little on a spiritual journey, any highs and where you see got to work, whether outcomes or just among the teammates?
Yes. So someone who really carried us spiritually, 2 people, one of them's here today. Emma Anderson did a great job carrying us spiritually. But someone I really want to highlight is Mia Airy. She carried us spiritually. She was always there to like remind us who we were doing this for, and just she has such a presence around her where God is just shines through her. She hosted our varsity sleepover this year, and she always reminds me of why we play. She reminds me that we are humble in how we play, and we are sportsmanship and sportsmanship-like in how we play. She just shines the light of Jesus on the court, always coming in with a smile, always putting 100% out, and always leading, always the first volunteer to do a devotion, always the first to pray. She just carried our team spiritually. I don't think we would have had as great of a light around us without her on our team.
Difference maker. You'd agree, Em?
Yeah. One of the main examples that I can remember from our season was our entire team kind of came together during our Trinity match because last year they had an incident with one of their players. And so she ended up not making it through that incident. And so that night they were honoring her throughout their season. And so we brought yellow roses because that was her favorite color. And I just remember us all on the eaglet, and I just hear B say, hey, let's write Bible verses for them. And so then we wrote Bible verses for each of the girls and gave them the roses and Bible verses once we were shaking their hands before the match. And I just remember that. And I just felt like this is the reason I play volleyball. This is the reason. It's not all about the game or the competition sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Thanks for sharing. Well, this is great. I wish I could stay here longer, but we have another team to get to and count on. So our cross-country teams, the men and women, had an amazing season. And it was definitely, I don't know, would you say is what you expected? Or did it change? Or was it different? And I'll let you two take it over however you want.
Yeah, my name is Hannah McKean, and I'm part of the women's cross-country. It was my freshman year doing cross-country, and the girls, we were able to make it to the D3 championship runner-up for the first time. And
D3 cross-country runner-ups.
Yeah.
And you're a freshman, Hannah?
Yeah, I'm a freshman. And that was not expected. Our team is very small. We only have me and 2 other girls. And we had to pull a few other girls just to make a full team.
Yeah.
But we were able to get 2 soccer girls, and then a girl from the basketball team, and even a girl from the 8th grade. And we had 7 runners, which is you need 5 for a team, and
5 score, right?
Yeah, 5 to score. And yeah, so it was really a blessing to even have a team to compete as in the championship. And the fact that we got runner-up was, amazing. It was the first time we had ever done that, and we all got to go up on the stage and get medals, and we were all it was, a really cool
Were
experience.
you expecting that? Do you even know you had a shot for that?
We knew that we were good. We had put in a lot of work over the season, and I really am thankful to our coaches for encouraging us to really push hard.
Yeah.
I don't think we were expecting to get runner-up. We knew we could get a good position.
Right.
And we had a good, strong team, but I don't think we were expecting that.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And I was really struck because, ladies and gentlemen, just nobody can just run in the state championship. All of those women had to qualify during a qualifying match during the year. So those soccer players played that week, ran in a qualifying meet, qualified that way, went back to the soccer team, right? And then ran in the state championship for cross country, and then went back to soccer playoffs.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty amazing that you all had a strong enough connection, because where I come from, most people don't want to cross over on teams. I mean, they have their own run. How did that work for your team, Hannah?
Yeah, and it was really encouraging because we had also faced several injuries over the season. I had shin splints. Our other girl on our team, Emma, was struggling with a hip injury, and we had both missed several meets. And so we had never had a full team until that meet.
Yeah.
And it was really amazing to see other girls come alongside us to help us, because we couldn't have gotten the position we got without them. And it was just really cool to stand on the line with a bunch of other girls.
Yeah.
And Emma led us in a prayer, and it was okay, let's go do this. And it was really just an encouraging atmosphere.
Yeah, it was fun. I got to be there, and I got to watch the reaction of everybody, to include you guys, and just so proud, because it's so grueling for you to do that and to work through the injuries, and really, really amazing. Great team effort just to see that unexpected joy. All right, I'll let you go, Christian. Bring us home.
All right. Hi, my name is Christian Barnes. I'm a senior here at Portsmouth Christian Academy. I run the men's cross country team, and I serve as the team captain. Going into the season, we were coming back as the number one returner for D3, and we had only lost one senior, Owen McKenney, last year, and we had a lot of potential for the year. In our preseason practices, we all stayed consistent. We were all dedicated to the sport, dedicated to trying to win the state championship, and it was really just an encouraging environment. And then right before the official season started, we got Zach, who's a freshman, and last year in middle school we placed 4th in D1, and that was a huge addition to the team because it gave us that little boost that we needed to get above our competition. To start off our season, we had Sanborn Invitational, which is a super fast course, and we ended up setting PRs there. Brady Holt and I were in charge of pacing the team towards a certain goal, and that was an 18 flat 5K, which we almost achieved, got close to it, but
that's sub 6 minute miles there.
Yeah.
John. That's like over crazy grass and hills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that was a big win for us. We ended up placing 2nd overall, and that was against D1, D2, and D3 teams. And then in the middle of the season, we had a race known as Moonlight Madness, where we run in the dark. Our race started at 8:30, I think, or 8:20.
Wow.
And
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, that was also a super fast course.
Hannah, did you do that one too?
I did not because I was coming back from injury, but I was there, and the excitement and like the level of energy was crazy, and it was just a totally different level.
Did you run with headlights or no?
Yeah, some of us ran with headlights.
It was glow sticks. It was
glow sticks.
crazy.
It was super exciting, but that's also a super fast course. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to all out race that. I was coming off of injury, and I ended up just pacing our number 3 guy for that day and got him a 1 and 10 second PR. That was great for him.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the team also got PRs. Our 5th guy came through at 17:38, which is the best the team has ever had. Yeah, that was an amazing meet. We were really thankful for that. Really gave all the glory to God for that. I mean, by far the best race we've ever had.
Wow.
We put on a performance there. Going into the state championship, we were a little bit nervous. Our top competitors were Hopkinton and Monadnock.
Yeah.
Both those schools had a very strong top 5, but we knew we had a shot at winning the state championship still. Unfortunately, 2 days before it, our 1 and 2 got sick and weren't able to have the best races that day.
Yeah, it wasn't like that Moonlight Madness night, was it, for you guys? Or whatever. Yeah, you weren't running. It wasn't your best race.
Yeah.
You guys are hurting, though.
Yeah.
And you guys showed up and ran even when you were hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we really pushed through. We ended up placing 3rd overall for D3, which is the best the boys team has ever done. That was amazing. We were still super happy with that. And then that moved us into the Meet of Champions, which is the top runners from all divisions. And at the Meet of Champions, we went into it more relaxed. There wasn't as much pressure on us.
Sure. Because you're with D1, D2, and the other D3.
We knew we obviously didn't have a shot at winning that, but...
So you gotta have fun. Run for fun.
Exactly. Have fun with the run. Just go out there and do our best. That went really well. I ended up setting a new school record with at a 15:49.
Okay.
And I ended up moving up to New England's, which is the next race after that.
Yeah.
Where I ended up placing all New England for the first time in PCA history as a male athlete. That was a huge accomplishment. I came across that line. I started crying. I was just so thankful to God for that. I gave my coaches big hugs.
Yeah.
Gave my dad a big hug, and it was just an amazing experience.
So I talked to Coach Teeter a little bit, and so, ladies and gentlemen, all 6 New England states get to send the top 25 runners.
Yeah.
And so Christian goes and represents New Hampshire among the top 25. So 150 runners, plus I know some are running as teams too.
Yeah, there were some.
So even more than that. And Coach Teeter said you started off like in middle of the pack, like number 100.
Mm-hmm.
And then you are just climbing through the pack on one of the toughest courses in New England.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
It was, the course, it's known as the hardest course in New England.
Okay, not the second, the hardest.
Yeah. The first mile is the fastest mile. That one, everybody goes out super fast, but I knew I needed to save it for later because from the 1K mark to the 4K mark, it's all uphill.
Okay.
And that part, it came down to just sheer grit and like your mentality. I'd push past as many kids as I could, and when I realized top 25 was actually in shot,
wow,
I gave it everything I had.
Yeah, I watched the film later. I couldn't go. I watched you come across that finish line. You put it all out there.
Yeah.
Wow, so happy for you. Well, hey, this has been so cool. I'm just going to go around the room. If you guys have one thing that you like our community just to they think about this last season, the fall season of 2025. I mean, it's one for the history books for sure. Most of it won't show up though. Scoreboards are on the win-loss column or the championship, trophy case. So why don't you give whoever wants, we'll just popcorn around. Whoever wants to go, what's one thing that you want people to remember about the year? Go ahead.
All right. So the one thing I want people to remember about the year or like just about themselves in general is no matter how small of an impact you think you have on the team, give it your all, whether you're on the bench cheering or whether you're on the court playing or in practice or in preseason. Just put everything out there because it'll inspire the people around you. And I think this season, that's exactly what we did. We just, no matter what our role was, we just put it all out there.
Great. Thanks, Lily. That's awesome. One or two more?
I'd definitely say just a testament to the fact that we can do it. I know it's hard going to a small Christian academy. We are known as the underdogs. Lots of preseason interviews wondering if we could even make it to like playoffs.
Yeah.
Just because we're known for not being super great at our sports, but just the amount of just like integrity that we have when it comes to playing other teams and just how bad I think we all want it. It just shows how like of how much of a like school spirit we have and just the fact that we are able to do it.
Yeah, I would tell you that a lot of people underestimate Christian schools in general. We're kind of in the middle lower size of Division 4, and you all always outperform what people expect. And it is through your character, through your heart, through your faith, through your teamwork. You're willing to bring people on, classmates. And somebody was telling me, ladies and gentlemen, that one of the things that is so amazing about coaching, these are one of the coaches, about coaching at PCA is the student athletes are so coachable. Yes, they have some raw talent, some more than others. Yes, they have some experience, some more than others, but they are humble and joyful and committed. And Lauren, I think you just, you nailed that. And it's so fun to see you all see that. All right, one more. Who wants to close? Well, all right, two more. Hannah and then Christian will close out.
I'll just say that for me, stood out is that what led us to be able to get state runner-up for the first time and do so well is just like the whole team spirit and the encouragement. And you say your cross country was like 10% your physical and 75% mentality, and it's so true. Like if it wasn't for our coaches pushing us and just having us to have the right mindset, and to be with your teammates and to be encouraging each other teammates. Emma, she would pray for us before the race, and the boys would also be cheering us on. And without that, we wouldn't have been able to get where we got.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Hey, before we move on, did I hear that are you involved in the fall play?
Yes, I am.
So you're running, prepping, doing all that, and you're in rehearsals for the fall play?
Yes, it was interesting. Yeah, I had to miss some rehearsals and a few practices.
Yeah, Hannah, my hat's off to you for navigating all that. And so that's by the time you all hear this, the play will be over and you'll miss the opportunity to go watch it. But I hope to get to see you in the play. All right, Christian, take us home.
I just wanted to say that something I can't stress enough is what my coaches always told us over the season. Just be thankful for the gifts that God gave you. I mean, every race before we started, I'd always say to the team, I'd be like, hey, God gave us these abilities. Let's go out there and use them to honor and glorify Him.
Amen.
I can't stress that enough to athletes in the school. I mean, just thankful for everything he's given you.
Yeah. Well, thanks. That's a great way to close. So win or lose, practice or game, whatever it is, you guys exemplify that. So thank you all so much. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope yours is even half as inspired as I have been just to hear these student-athlete leaders from the upper school. This brings a close to the fall 25 sports season. Some of you, I'll see you again for winter 25-26 sports. All right, let's go Eagles. We'll see you on campus soon, probably at a basketball game.